Irving Game of the Week is brought to you in part by Gerald Stavely Dry Cleaning.
From Irving MacArthur High School, it's the ICTN Game of the Week, District 9 6A boys basketball. The Lions of R.L. Turner and the Cardinals of MacArthur. Hi, everybody. Rob Willman with you, along with G.W. Milton, providing the commentary. Courtside, we just saw MacArthur just Friday night in a big game against Irving, and the key in that game was a senior, 6'2", Donnie Belcher. He kind of took charge. It took him a while, Coach, but when he did, you saw a difference in his team.
Yeah, Donnie had got 2 quick fouls in the first half and basically had set one effective. And here you see him penetrate and drawing a three-point play. He was very effective in the second half. He made something happen. This is the kind of senior leadership that you have to look to. He didn't want effect in the second half, but able to come out and be more aggressive in the second half, and very key success to their success. And
we'll see if it takes them that long in this game or not. The starting lineups, a lot of names familiar for those that watch football in ICTN. Wolford, Strickland, Traylor, Taylor, and Thompson, your starting 5. For MacArthur, the same 5 as Friday night against the Tigers. Cooper, Booker, Strange, Bush, and, of course, Donnie Belcher. And Belcher will jump center stage. And the tap will go off a couple of hands and finally end up in the hands of Traylor for R.L. Turner. The Lions with only 2 players on the bench. So the depth not there. They played MacArthur fairly close for 3 quarters the first time they started out when the district season opened up. Here goes Bush, and Bush was with the reverse layup and gets 2 quick points in the ball game.
That's not the way Turner wanted to start out, and Mac put a little pressure on now.
Baseline, and no one really touched the ball, but Kamani Taylor could make a move on it. Messed up his shot just a little bit. A little rainbow shot by Cooper's missed, and that is drugged down by Wolford. We saw Wolford play in the backfield for the Lion football team. In fact, they got about 5 guys that played on the football team. A little southpaw, Bryce Strickland, one of them, and he gets 2 points there off the glass, and we're tied at 2 with about a minute gone by. Drive is missed, but the putback is right there by Bush, and he has the first 2 points for MacArthur. You can tell tonight, Coach, that MacArthur doing a little bit better on the offensive board side of the ball.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a big key, getting an offensive rebound. Anytime you get offensive rebounds and get a second shot at you, got more of a chance to score, and demoralizes the defense a little bit.
Taylor had about 3 chances at that for R.L. Turner. Couldn't make it happen. Belcher with it, and around the corner they go. They had trouble penetrating the last time, and Coach Martin also said it kind of got on him a little bit, the fact defensively Irving was able to drive the paint a little bit. But he says he's got T.J. King back, and speak of the devil, he's up off the bench and will probably come very quickly to clog up that inside. There is a miss, but it comes out in the paint. Bush around the corner, and the southpaw for 3 misses, which was Booker. They get it back. Belcher drives and scores.
You can't give a team that many chances at the shots on offense.
And then Belcher comes right the other way and slaps it away from Chris Thompson, the 6'2 junior. Watch it again. Watch Belcher hustle. Come right back and slap it away. Coach Martin with a couple of moves very quickly off the bench. We talked about T.J. King as Belcher sets down, and T.J., who was on a football trip. The defensive end was in El Paso visiting the campus of UTEP, trying to land a scholarship. Bush now with 6 points just like that. Haven't even played 3 minutes of the first quarter of play.
At King, you hate to lose one of your players, to go on a recruiting trip, but you don't want to limit that kid. He's got opportunity to go check out a college and look into his future, and you're happy for a kid to do that.
Coach says he wants 5, 5, 5 every time King plays. 5 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 hard fouls. Ball is thrown away by Strickland, and MacArthur will get it back. With almost 3 minutes gone by, Billy Macklin, the head coach in his 4th season. Graduate of UTA, 15 years of coaching ball. He's seen it all, and right now he's seeing an outman team that he has and not a lot of depth. One of the trailer boys injured, has a cast on him, and you take a look at Toby Martin, his 4th season, assistant at the Colony, took over for Coach Hambrick, who actually we saw this year when they played Irving. Martin has taken the Cards to postseason in each of his 3 previous seasons, well on his way unless they have a major meltdown. Look at those standings. MacArthur perfect, 7-0. Skyline at 6-1, their only loss to MacArthur. Jesuit, Nimitz, Irving. Both Nimitz, Irving fighting for that last playoff spot. White, Sunset, and of course R.L. Turner.
Yeah, it's tough when you're 0-7 in district, and you only got 7 players tonight. To get your kids motivated, you got to hope that they're going to come out and just play hard for you, and do the best they can. Odds are you're probably not going to win against that first place team, but you want to make a good showing so we can carry that on to play the rest of the team. But you just have to keep the kids fired up and want to play. That's the whole deal.
And I guess for MacArthur, the good thing that he has such a deep bench, those kids that usually don't get to play, boy, what's motivation more than anything is just getting to play. So.
Oh yeah, a game like this, you hope, I'm going to get a chance to play tonight. I've got to do my best.
Right.
I want to go out there and show Coach that I can work hard and I can do what he wants me to do.
Booker. Long shot off the rim by Cooper. And rebounded by Wolford.
That looked like they were working a set play there, and just didn't go all the way through. But they'll probably do a lot of that tonight, work on some set plays and get some things worked out.
Usually don't you call a set play if you've got the ball after a timeout?
Sometimes you try to. It depends. Some of them just may be an offense. Sometimes you may run a set play to get a shot to a certain person.
That is Cooper. Kenny Cooper, the 5'10 junior. Knocked that one away. And Thompson will inbound back over to Wolford. Almost at the halfway mark of quarter number 1.
Got to get a 5-second count.
And he did. Coach Martin and I were talking about those 5-second counts and how he really, he tries to encourage his D to play close, play tight to get those 5-second calls. I told him personally, we talked about it seemed like they were calling more fouls this year. Mm-hmm. I think they're calling more 5-second calls than they are more fouls than normal.
It seems that way, and that's good. It rewards that defensive player. And, hey, if I'm still going to stay close to him, I can get a steal without even stealing the ball, just by being there and making that guy do something.
Cooper from the corner. Missed an outlet over to Strickland. Strickland with the layup and good. And he's got 4. Both baskets for the Lions.
He's got all their points so far.
Bush. Cooper around the horn. They just worked it all the way around to Bush. There's TJ. There's the power move and in. King with 2 points. He kind of reminds me of Perla.
Yeah.
How he played for Irving High underneath the backboard. And boy, could you see those 2 guys going at it.
Yeah, just a hard worker. He was really missed the other night. That would have made a big difference having that rebounding in there.
Long shot. Didn't even hit the rim, and Bush rebounds. Booker. Oh! Cooper tried the putback, and he was fouled, I believe, in action. That ball, at first, I thought it was going to go on top of the rim, and they were going to call it out of play, and then it went, or the backboard, and then it just went all the way around the iron.
Yeah, he forced him to throw it up a little higher than he wanted to, and it almost went in.
Kenny averaging about 5 points a ball game. Missed his first free throw.
Yeah, Mac doesn't even have any people down here to rebound. Guess you're doing that to save your guys from possible fouls.
And Kenny will sit down. And for the first time tonight, Robert Johnson, the 5'10 sophomore. Pretty much see everybody on the bench but the 2 stars who once again are nursing some injuries. Ball is broken up by Irving. R.L. Turner steals it right back. Trailer with the quick hands. Wolford moving to his right, tries to go between much taller MacArthur team, and he's going to go to the line shooting 2. So strange for us because we usually have the bench right beside us and you can hear the coaches just, in your ear. MacArthur trying something different as a school tonight. They got the benches and the scorekeeper on the opposite side.
They want to get away from us.
They did. We must have did something.
We're getting their secrets.
I used deodorant, I promise. Second shot is good by Christian. 6-point game in the early stead. Johnson out top to Belcher. And the lefty pulls back. Just a little short. Johnson was there for the board and had it slapped out of his hands. And MacArthur will keep possession.
Well, Mac has got a lot of offensive rebounds. Control the ball. That's
complete up. And a timeout by Johnson, who couldn't find anybody to throw it to, or Bush. And he said, I'll just call a time instead of
losing the ball.
Instead of losing the ball.
Timeout, talk about it.
What's worse as a coach? You want to see him call the time, right? Or do you want to use up a timeout?
There's sometimes, I tell the kids, a lot of times in the first half, you don't call any timeouts. I'll call them. Maybe in the second half, I may give them that option a little bit more towards the end of the ball game. And some kids, your point guard or some kids, they may have that option the whole game. You say, hey, if you ever feel you need one, go ahead and call it. It's just how the coach feels, and how, some kids are more adept at knowing when they should call it and when they should just try to get it in.
Well, MacArthur hasn't lost a game in 2015, and it started with a win over R.L. Turner, 68-40. Thompson had 11, Strickland had 9 in that one for the Lions, but it was Hawley all over the place. Game was close for 3 quarters, but MacArthur pulled away toward the end. Nothing but net for Belcher, his second basket.
Mac's doing a little half-court trap here. Got another steal out of it.
Johnson, good.
Against the half-court trap, you got to be patient. You got to move the ball from side to side, get the defense over shift, and then come back. You want to have a big man in the middle, like right there. Try to get the pass up a little higher to him if you can.
And Traylor a little indecisive with the scoot of the sneaker and a traveling call. Walker comes in. Booker sits down. First time we've seen Montrell Walker, although he didn't come in as the 6th man tonight. Coach Martin pretty much classifies him as his 6th man. Bush pulls up on the baseline. Good. 8 points now for Dimitrick. And, these shots weren't falling Friday night against Irving.
Nothing was falling first against Irving. And I think they're a little more relaxed tonight. You're playing a team that's 0-7, you're more relaxed, and, the shots will fall a little bit better for you.
Strickland, who averages 6 a game, already has 6.
Let's hope he keeps going.
Yeah.
You don't want to be that guy say, hey, I've already got my average, I'm going to slow down. I'm sure he's going to keep shooting that ball.
Under a minute here in the first quarter. MacArthur wants to get out of this, of course, with the win. Also, injury-free.
Yeah, it's very important. You want to get a win, but you don't want to lose any players in the process.
TJ with the miss. Nice little no-look pass right to him. I think it kind of surprised him a little bit. Let's see if they hold it for the last shot. Well, MacArthur gives him the chance, and he takes advantage. Chris Thompson, the 6'2 junior, with his first 2 points.
Good job driving the baseline. You got to have somebody step over there and cut him off.
Walker going to the hoop. He's fouled, and he'll shoot 2. Like you said about playing to your competition level, MacArthur maybe not quite as aggressive defensively.
Yeah, it didn't seem that way. You normally need to have a guy rotating over to take that, and I guess they decided, well, I won't rotate this time. He probably won't make it, but.
Montrell, his first point. He'll have one more. A rare substitution for R.L. Turner. And Nick Medina comes off the bench. Cardinals will try to make this a 10-point lead, and they do.
Still in a little half-court trap. Dangerous pass. Once you can get in the middle, you have an advantage 3-on-2. But Mac did a good job of hustling back to end that advantage.
And that's the end of quarter number 1. Our score: MacArthur 19, R.L. Turner 9. Back with the second quarter in a moment. Well, it was the Bush and Belcher show in the first quarter. Demetric and Donnie pretty much dominating things offensively, as the Cardinals have a 10-point edge here in the second quarter. A little sloppy pass there. Taylor picks it up, and then Belcher makes up for it because he steals it right back. Starters back out there for MacArthur. Boy, there's a long three missed by Booker. But Belcher is there with the board. Much more aggressive game for Belcher, too, both on the offensive and defensive rebounding side of the ledger.
Oh, yes, compared to last time's first half. Turner's playing a pretty much sagging man-to-man. They should be able to block out better. That's what they're going to have to do. Double in there.
Cooper stepped on the baseline.
Something like that, you may have a call. If the ball goes to the corner, we're going to double, but everybody has to rotate around. Worked out pretty good then. They wound up with the ball.
Walker comes back in for MacArthur. The officials waiting to make sure everybody's set, and here we go again with that half-court press. This time they kind of collapse on that middle man. So what is Strickland to do? Well, he finds him, and now it's a 2-on-1. Nice bounce pass and a foul by Walker, who hacks Thompson. Difference there, I guess, Coach, is that Taylor in the middle was able to get some space between him and the three defenders.
He found the open area. I think there was a little ball fake, too, which kind of opened things up.
Trap on the far side. Outlet pass to Walker.
That's a good foul. You don't want him to score. Of course, with only 7 players, you may not want to do that.
No. So. Keep the fouls to a minimum, like an NBA All-Star game.
Yeah.
Montrell with his first free throw miss of the night.
One time we had a kid, we told him if they're like that, we don't let him score. And the guy's going in, the kid tackles him. I said, we didn't want you to tackle him, just don't stop. Coach, you said don't let him score. I said, okay, you're right. He didn't let him score.
And a trap, Strickland holds his ground. Got it over to Ralston, who's now in. Strickland triple teamed. Somebody's got to be open.
Good job one back by Belcher.
Yeah.
Kicking that off.
Walker, ball is loose on the floor, in and out, and a rebound by Taylor. Booker had that miss. Strickland goes all the way. Ralston there with the rebound. To Thompson.
Could have been a walk.
Yeah.
2 times there could have been a walk.
Yeah, but he got 2 points instead.
That's right.
Just kind of let him pivot a little bit. 9-point MacArthur lead. R.L. Turner just sags back pretty much, forcing the outside shot. Walker with the miss, tipped around right to Belcher. Belcher posts one up, can't get it to fall, and Strickland grabbed the rebound. Here comes the Lions.
Turner did a good job of blocking out that time. They had everything sealed off, and they got the rebound.
Medina loses the handle and trying to kick it out is Booker. R.L. Turner keeps possession. Strickland, southpaw, no. And the fast break. Walker streaking down and scores. That was one thing, though, although it worked there. Coach Martin was telling me that, he doesn't want his players defensively just to start grabbing at the ball, and then having somebody just, ready to snowbird and just take off on the other end. Nice play. Belcher for 2. He'll go to the line.
To me, that's one of those fouls. It's not a very smart foul. He's already got the advantage on you. All you're going to do is foul him. He's going to get the basket, and you're going to give him a free throw. Plus, you get a foul on you, and you may have to sit down at the wall.
Frustration foul sometimes?
Yes. And sometimes it comes to points you got to concede they're going to score.
Belcher a little tender after that. Don't know if somebody stepped on him.
He'll be ready to go, though. He won't hold him back. In basketball, a lot of times you play a game of percentages. You want to try to give them the worst shot that they can. And sometimes if they've already got a shot, that you're going to give it to them. You don't want to foul. You may challenge them just to make them work a little bit harder, but you don't want to get too many stupid fouls. So.
I think Belcher's going to sit down, and they'll get Sells, or let's see who they got off the bench. Yeah, Seals. They got Seals coming off. Belcher looking at that. You can see it just to the left of your screen there. He's pulling off the shoe and looking at that ankle. Not what the Cardinals really wanted. Hopefully it's minor. Coach has had enough leg injuries for 1 year.
Trainer's not coming over right now, so hopefully maybe he's got a little stone in his shoe or something.
A pebble?
Yeah.
So pebble got on the court?
Picked it up at the court.
Strickland going to the foul, to the hoop, and his foul will go off to the side. Watch Belcher right here after there's that foul. So he got hit right in the face, and he lands a little off balance.
Yeah, sometimes how you land it, you have to be able to kind of roll with it. I'm sure it'll be something he'll just work it off a little bit.
Seals rebounds. Then he has it knocked out of his hand, but a foul called against Bryce Strickland, the senior. They'll bring it back out of bounds right over here. Walker sets down. Johnson back in. And Seals will inbound about halfway through the second quarter. 13-point MacArthur lead, going for their 8th straight district title, or district win, hoping for that title.
Hoping for the district title. Right now they've got the advantage of it.
I'm sure Coach Martin will take the wins hands down. Sometimes how you get it's a different story. You like to see your guys playing at their peak. I mean, it's getting that time to where you really want to, it's like a horse race, and where you really want to get the horses to go loose and get down the stretch and start going well. But
an ugly win is a whole lot better than a pretty loss.
Sure. Robert missed the first, then missed the second. Susie talks about that all the time for the girls here, and she says it's just, you got to time it just right where they're playing at their best when you need them to.
That's right.
Thompson all surrounded back over there. They kick it out, the no-look pass. Medina holds up. He doesn't want to take the shot. Thompson, he pulls back. That's a miss, and a rebound by Seals.
Turner did a good job of moving the ball around that time. Got an open shot, just had to fall.
Well, Kenny Cooper will go back to the free throw line after the Cardinals pushed it up the court pretty quickly after that missed pass or missed basket. And they're back at the free throw line.
Yeah, to me, Turner's got to do what they did that last time down. They've got to move the ball around, be patient, work it, and try to get an open shot. They shouldn't try to rush things. And on the other hand, if you've got a quick layup and it's open, yes, you have to take it.
Daniel Hall, the 5'10 senior, now in. Belcher has that other shoe back on, so they may just reevaluate his situation at the half. For now, though, they got T.J. King out there to kind of plug up the middle a little bit.
Yeah, King's going to be beneficial, rebounding and clogging that middle up again.
Kamani Taylor, number 33. Didn't have a lot of room that time with T.J. King all over him in the corner. Somehow got it off one of the MacArthur Cardinal players, and Turner will keep possession. But not for long. Here comes King. He moved pretty quick for a big man, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. He's saying, Coach, look, I can be the point guard. I'll bring the ball down the court.
6'3", 230 pounds.
Did a good job getting the shot off after he got bumped, falling down.
He did.
He kept concentrating, looking at. That's what you try to get your kids to do. Concentrate all the way, looking at that basket. Takes him a little deep breath there. He's ready to put that thing in the hole.
Called his name out quite a few times making tackles this year on a Friday night. That MacArthur team that really gave Mesquite Horn all they could handle in postseason play and by district. Horn went on to make it all the way to about the quarterfinals, if I remember.
Yeah, they went a long way. That's good.
That was an athletic team out of Mesquite, let me tell you. Those guys could motor. Under 3 before the half, 17-point lead. MacArthur pulls back a little defensively.
Yeah,
shot.
They weren't in the zone, that trap then, they little man.
Got bodies everywhere, and they call the jump ball. Chris Thompson had a really good look at it in the corner, but, you know, when things don't go your way, Coach, it seems like that ball just rims in and out.
Oh, yeah. It's hard to get it falling.
Another jump ball as Aaron Traylor unable to hand that one as he was making a move to the hoop. So this time possession flips in the other direction. MacArthur has it.
Yeah, that would have been a good shot where he got the ball, but King jumped up there and, you know, stopped that. He had to put it on the floor and then wound up losing the ball. So it was a good job of King to force something to happen.
Oriano now in, wearing number 2. That's him just to the top of your screen, and now with the basketball. So Oriano working the point. Moving to his right, looking for someone free on the low post. Not there. Johnson kicks it out. Far side corner. Missed by Hall. Rebound. And out again by Oriano. Last touch by MacArthur. And I think, at least in the first half, Coach, we've heard the buzzer letting everybody know there's a substitution more than we've heard a whistle saying there's a foul.
Yeah, it's true.
Coach Martin is really throwing in a lot of players on the bench.
Oh, yeah. The first half's a good time to get them in. You know, it's still a ball game. You don't think, well, I have to pull back or anything. I'm still playing. We're still playing to see what's going to happen. Nothing's decided yet. And that's a good time to get the kids in.
Well, if that's on Strickland, that could be like his 3rd foul of the first half.
Can't afford to have a kid like that foul out. You know, he got 3 fouls. You only got 2 subs over there.
Well, they've got him down for just 2 on the scoreboard, so good news for the Lions.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Hall gets his first point. Daniel Hall, the senior. Misses a second. Do we have a lane violation against MacArthur?
He jumped in the lane after the shot. Got in there too quick.
Inbound. Strickland almost lost the handle. Looking for help in the backcourt, and that's Ralston. And Oriano is on him. Nice high screens. That enabled Taylor to take the shot, but he missed it, and here comes the Cardinals. King, a power rebound and score as Hall missed the jam. TJ's there for the putback. Got the Cardinal players off the bench on the sideline. They had fun watching that series, and even Coach Martin's grinning a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if the kid can dunk. Sometimes you get a kid that can't even dunk that's going to try that. Sometimes you just got to say, okay, let him go. Go ahead and try if that's what you think you want to do. You just cost yourself 2 points.
Oriano tried to save that one, hit the bounds right by in front of us, so Turner gets it with under a minute to go and down by a basketful. Ball is loose on the court, and they're going to say, I believe that, is that Webster?
Yeah, stepped out.
Yep. And now McGinnis comes in. Ken McGinnis, number 5. There's TJ Hall you just saw there. Strickland, the runner, and draws a foul in the process.
Saw an opening there for a second, but it closed off pretty quick, but he drew the foul. Just shooting a couple free throws.
You got to pretty much think that for R.L. Turner, you can't hit a jump shot all night. You're going to have to go to the free throw line to keep this game close.
Yeah, they're taking too long getting their jump shots off. They're getting open, and then they're taking it about a split second too long. It's allowing MacArthur's players to get there and challenge it. If they can get squared up a little bit quicker and get set, they can get some good jump shots off.
Strickland 2 for 2 from the line. Only 4 points for the Lions here in the second quarter. That was reminiscent of their fourth quarter they had against MacArthur when the district season started. And
yeah, I noticed they stayed fairly close to them until the fourth quarter. It was a respectable game, seemed like.
Blocked. Ralston with it with under 20 seconds to go. I thought perhaps MacArthur would just try to take that one down to the last second, but they had an open man. They went for it. Ralston over to Thompson.
They're about to lose a chance to score.
Ralston at the buzzer. Off wide right, we finish 2. Our score, MacArthur 31, R.L. Turner 13. Stats, highlights, and more when we come back. MacArthur High School in control of this District 9 6A matchup between MacArthur and R.L. Turner. Turner had some bright spots in the first half as we take a look at some of the highlights in the first and second quarter, and it was their senior Bryce Strickland who got off to a pretty good start, the drive, and that one off the window. Also their junior, one of their few underclassmen they got out there, Thompson, with one on the baseline. But MacArthur came out strong tonight. Bush going to the hoop there. The miss, Bush with the putback, didn't see a lot of that against Irving, and then some good defense too. Belcher from behind slaps it away, and then he takes the inbounds pass, and nothing but net in the first half. Statistic-wise, Strickland had 8, Thompson 4, Wolford 1 for the Lions. A lot of folks scoring, which you would expect tonight for MacArthur. Bush with 8, Belcher. King has 6. He's just nice little surprise there. Walker, Cooper, Johnson, and Hall rounding out the scoring for MacArthur. So, Coach, if you're in the locker room at halftime and MacArthur didn't stay in there very long, I guess the coach is just saying try to keep up the intensity. And
yeah, you just want to come out and you say we're going to keep playing our game. You know, people are going to get a lot of playing time, so we don't want to see you go out there and do what you're supposed to do. If you go out there and you start trying to take charge and do too much, That's not going to sit well with me. I want to see you work within the framework of the team.
That shot came after the whistle.
Yeah, that's the ones you don't want to waste.
No. Foul against MacArthur. Inbound. Wolford, who didn't play a lot in the second quarter. Nothing but an air ball and brought down by Cooper. Nice play over to Booker, and Booker gets his first 2 points of the ball game.
There's a good break there, getting the ball down, a couple of passes, and get your layup. That's what you look for. You get that rebound, kick it out, and go.
20-point MacArthur lead. Wolford, a run on the baseline, a little out of control, if you will, on that move.
Yeah, that doesn't look like what you want to try to accomplish offensive-wise.
Bush over to Strange, and Eli gets his first 2 points for the junior. 5 sophomores, 5 juniors, 5 seniors on this MacArthur team.
Mac's not in their trap start of the game, half here.
Belcher, the long outlet pass to Booker, who is fouled. And helped up by Wolford. And Booker will go to the free throw line. Watch Belcher, he just a quick release. And Booker really not fouled when he made the shot. It was after he took the shot.
Yeah, his momentum carried him into it. He said, you know what, let me help you up. I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm just hustling. You have to realize that when you play. You're going to get fouled some. You're going to get hit sometimes.
Nature of the beast, right?
Oh, yeah.
Zay hits the free throw. Booker hit 2 3-pointers against Irving, really ignited this crowd in the second half last week. Kind of a shot that of adrenaline that the Cardinal team needed. I think they were a little lethargic through the first half.
Get that guy hitting that three-pointer. Get you excited a little bit.
Wolford sits back down and Ralston comes back out. Shot missed, and another long outlet pass to Bush, who waits and scores. He's now with 10 points, and a nice patient move on his part, waiting for the defender to go high and over him.
Yeah, Turner's going to have to start getting some people back, or they're just going to get layup shot against him.
Ralston double team, finally gets rid of it, and I believe there's going to be a timeout. Coach Macklin afraid that his player was going to get the 5-second call.
Yeah, I think that's what he did that for. He was about to get the 5-second call, so he went ahead and called a timeout. Didn't want to lose the ball right there.
Next week, our finale regular season girls game. Nimitz and Irving could have some playoff seeding implications. That will be at the Tigers' Den, and you see the replay times on ICTN. Both of those teams poised to make it in postseason, and I can't recall the last time all 3 Irving schools on the girls' side made it into postseason. And
I think it's been quite a while.
I understand, according to our executive producer, because it's never been done. First.
I know since I've been here it hasn't. And that's 30 years that I've been in Irving.
Jones there on the right, nursing that injury. He's over there with Seals. Oh, on the phone.
Yeah, let me check my phone.
Yeah, let me check my phone.
Got any text yet?
Yeah. Yeah, Texas scored ESPN.
Well, let me tweet this.
Nice power drive by Belcher. 8 points for Belcher.
Got the defense overshifted, passed around, got it back up top, and Belcher penetrates. He had 2 guys on the side that he could have kicked out to if he hadn't been able to make it. Did a good job of going to the hole.
He looks real comfortable tonight.
Yeah. A game like this, you get more comfortable in. You know, the other night against Irving, an inter-city game, you know, very tough game. Here you can kind of relax a little bit more.
Put up 3-pointers.
Yeah, yeah.
Missed that one. Strickland left. Tries to find a player running baseline who does. Gets free, hits the iron going underneath the board, but he is fouled as well by Strange.
Foul going up to shoot the ball.
For R.L. Turner, they've only been to the free throw line 4 times tonight. This is just their 5th time to the free throw line. And Taylor misses that one. He averages 4 rebounds and 4 points a game.
He needs a little bit more output than that, so hopefully he can come along.
Missed both the freebies and the jump ball possession arrow to R.L. Turner.
It's one of those jump balls. Everybody kind of looks, okay, is the referee finally going to blow the whistle and call this? Or everybody looks around, they're going to call it?
Belcher playing quarterback at the point.
Coaches want to get a little movement in there.
Bush free, and he's got it. Big game for Bush tonight, 13 points. Gonna have some wholesale changes on MacArthur sideline. Strickland lost the handle as he went to the hoop. Ball bounces around, and coming down with it is Thompson. And Thompson with a nice offensive board and put back.
A good job of sticking with it and finally getting the ball put up again.
Head fake.
Head fake penetration, and he was cut off and kicked out and man wide open for a jump shot.
Cooper for 2. I'm sure that's the kind of movement Coach Martin likes to see.
Oh, yeah.
And blocked from behind. And that'll do it for the 5 starters.
Yeah, you want to get the defense out of position to get yourself a wide open shot. You know, you're trying to penetrate. If you can go, you go. But if not, you know there's certain areas you can dish out to and have open shots.
That is T.J. King you were looking at there, 1 of 5. And just like that, I think Walker's going to be called for a technical foul. Reaching over the out-of-bounds line to swipe at the ball of the offensive player trying to inbound. And it's going to be a technical foul. Walker's got his hands up like, I didn't do it.
They never did. They never do. Yeah, you can't reach across the line and touch the ball.
So that'll put Thompson at the free throw line, his first attempt, and he scores. Watch to your right of your screen. Watch him. See, he just reaches right over.
Yeah, reaches down, tries to get the ball.
Yeah. With the Globetrotters in town, he said, hey, they get away with it.
Let's hope he doesn't try to pull somebody's pants down. I mean, you know.
I'll throw a bucket of water on somebody. I remember as a kid thinking, does the Washington Generals ever win? Another timeout, a quick one for Billy Macklin. Ralston and company all double teamed.
I think they have won a couple of times. It's been very rare. Very, very rare.
We talked about the game of the week next week between Nimitz and Irving, and we talked about how important that Irving-Nimitz battle is. Skyline, MacArthur, top 2 teams in district. Irving and Nimitz right there, but look, I mean, Irving could very well, according how things play out, take over second place.
Yeah, they could. They defeated MacArthur the other day, right?
Yeah.
And then, you know, playing for that 4th spot, 3rd and 4th spot, you know, you're just playing for position, what teams you play in the other district.
Mac still has Skyline to play too, so
yeah,
things could shake up a little bit there. Bounce pass, mishandled by Taylor, almost picked up by Seals. R.L. Turner keeps possession. Coach Martin told me that he feels like this is one of the fastest teams he's ever had on the court before. He said some of those early tournament games and big teams like Plano West and Plano East that he played, you know, those coaches came over to him and said, you'll probably be the fastest team we've played this year.
Oh, yeah, quickness helps. You know, you can counter some size with some quickness. I know one time we played a team and they were running press on us and they're just killing us. After the game, I went over to the coach, Coach, what were you running? And he told me, I said, that didn't look like that. I said, hey, he's so quick you can't tell what it is. We had one kid, and he just covered everything.
Ralston for 2. Zach Ralston, the senior, with his first 2 points of the ball game. Leaning in and drawing the foul against Ralston is Johnson. And Robert will go back to the free throw line for his second trip of the ball game. He's still looking to connect. Missed 2 of them last time out.
Coach, I don't remember, did Mac leave the free throw lanes open against Irving?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember that.
They must have. I don't remember either, to be honest.
Yeah.
Johnson makes his first.
Because I know some teams will do it, they have confidence in the free throw shooter, and also you don't want to take the chance of getting a foul going over somebody's back.
I don't remember them doing that.
Yeah, I don't remember them either.
Maybe that's just a move on his part to keep the fouls down.
Maybe tonight. Because I'm sure if it's a closer ball game and tight, you're gonna put him in there and try to get those offensive rebounds. I think now since the shooter, you can leave the lane as soon as the shooter releases the ball. You can do some stunts going across the lane and looping around, and sometimes those work out pretty good for you.
Foul against MacArthur. That's only the, what is that? I can't see from this angle. Team foul.
4. 4 for Mack and 2 for Turner.
Knocked out of bounds by McGinnis, number 5. McGinnis, coach said, one of his more athletic players on this team.
That's something to say.
It is, because he's got a
bunch of athletic players.
A roster full of them, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
TJ just missing that one. Thompson pulls back, scores. Just a 2-pointer, I believe.
Turner's just not quick getting the ball ready to shoot. They've got to be quicker catching and shooting.
And a basket by Johnson. Sophomore making the most of his appearance tonight. Double dribble or travel.
His old man kind of got in the way. Really no place for him to go but to walk there.
And another shot made by Johnson.
Turner just leaving him open, letting him, hit. Nice little jump shot.
Yeah. He's in the zone.
I guess, they think, well, I don't want to drive. But you don't want to have that easy uncontested shot.
Traylor trying to save that. King pretty much kept him out of arm's reach of knocking that down. Sitting down will be McGinnis, and Webster comes in. Practically everyone on the bench has played tonight for Coach Martin's group.
Yeah, that's the way it should be. In a game like this, everybody should get to play, get to show. They've been working hard in practice, and, they get that opportunity.
Webster, stone cold. The three-pointer. Seals in there defensively. Second time going up strong, and they should count that one as Thompson.
They're calling a foul, yeah.
Basket should count.
Yes. Gave it to him.
Thompson with 14 points now.
Here's the replay
for the Lions.
Yeah, he held his arm. King was up in there ready to block that.
Or tackle the quarterback.
Or tackle him.
Whatever visions he had running through his head at that time. All right, 15 now for Chris. Bright spot for the Lions. You know, MacArthur had so many district games on the road to start the season, but they finished strong here at home. Nice little feed inside, and the basket once again by Johnson.
Yeah, the only good thing about having all the games on the road the first half is that means second half you're going to be at home. So if you can make it pretty good through the first half, you should be well in the second half. Some coaches you saw say you want to win them all at home and half of them on the road.
Was it really that hard to win on the road, though, in high school, you think, or yes?
Usually not. I mean, it depends. If you're a good team, it doesn't matter. Some places are harder to play. You know, the crowd and you know, the kids are a little bit more comfortable at their own home.
Strickland with the steal, but the miss.
Didn't take that straight in like he should have.
No, he was out of position.
Yeah.
Three-pointer missed.
Made a hard shot out of something easy.
Yep, Thompson rebounds. Thompson at the buzzer. And the third quarter is over. Our score, MacArthur 57. R.L. Turner 26. Back with the final quarter in a moment. All right, we've got one more quarter of action to go, but before we get started, let's thank Gerald Stavely Dry Cleaning for sponsoring the ICTN Game of the Week. They are our charter sponsor since day numero uno, since they turned on the light switch at ICTN, and we appreciate that. Fourth quarter play, it's been all MacArthur, no letdown whatsoever after that hard-fought win against Irving on Friday night.
Yeah, sometimes after a big game like that, you have a letdown. Here you're kind of glad that you played a team that's, you know, at the bottom of the district. And, you know, they don't have very many ball players. So even if you have a little letdown to start, you're going to be okay. You could probably overcome it.
Strange now with 4 points. We talked about their schedule. They play 4 of their final 6 games at home this season, including that Skyline Jesuit games.
Should be some good ball games, those two.
Yes, sir. Ralston off the glass. His second basket.
Got the ball down quickly there, and they saw nothing there. Let's set it up and do something.
Starters back out for MacArthur, at least probably to start this fourth quarter. Booker, another long shot. Wolford, he's got some room here. And out of nowhere came Belcher to force the issue, and he's going to be called for the foul against Wolford. You know, Wolford scores about 11 points a game. He scored 1 tonight.
Oh, really?
Not a good night for the 5'8" senior. Free throw is made. More substitutions. This time for R.L. Turner. Medina, number 20, checks in. And he gets a second to fall. Almost call this like a preseason game. You know, you just kind of work out the kinks, run your offense.
Yeah. Work a few things that you may need to work on, that you may need to use a little bit later on.
Coach Martin really spreading out the offense right now. You never know, you come in a playoff game where you need to ice the clock.
And sometimes you may want to run offense where you just do spread it out and, you know, make the defense, you know, come out on you and penetrate and draw some fouls.
Starters sit down. Next 5 off the bench.
He may just want to see his first 5 run that for a second. Just,
see how it plays out. Wolford, boy, way off on that shot. Ball's on the baseline loose, and somehow Turner comes up with it. He's double teamed and will draw a foul against Walker. Again, don't forget, Jones and Hawley both are not playing for MacArthur. So you get a different combination out there. There's Hawley to your left in the red. He's looking right there at Belcher. They're talking philosophy.
Yeah.
And a timeout on the court.
It should be the bonus. They don't seem like they're going to line up. See the Turner bench talking a little bit. As a coach here, you just got to get your kids to work hard. Say we've got to go out and we want to run our plays. We want to try to do the best we can, and we want to try to stop their penetration, block out. We want to come out with something positive in this. We want to play with class and show that we're going to work hard. We're not going to quit. No matter the score, we're going to play until that final buzzer goes off.
We have some former Cardinal players. Various Shine, Oklahoma State Cowboy, has played in 17 games this year, logging in about 12 minutes and close to a couple of rebounds and close to 4 points a ball game as a Cowboy. District MVP his senior year at MacArthur. Glad to see him continue his career and pick up an education to boot.
Yeah, that's a great thing, to be able to go and play a sport you love and get a free education out of it. Getting to travel.
Shot is made by Medina.
Travel, go see a lot of different sites. Things that you may not have thought you'd get to see.
Yeah, especially those teams that get to play in the Maui Classic.
Oh, yes. That would be great. Let me go over there for a few days and lay out on the beach and go play a little basketball. What more could you want?
Final quarter. And MacArthur just running their offense.
Turner seemed a little bit more aggressive right there on their defense for a second.
Three-pointer by Oriano. And Kevin Oriano with his first points of the ball game. Practically everyone that has played tonight has scored. I think Seals is the only one that needs to score, where everyone on this roster will pick up a couple of points. Another little scoop shot by Medina. 30-point MacArthur game.
I just got a little too spread out there.
Taking that one to the hoop is Webster. Webster had that three-pointer earlier in the second half.
This is kind of where you hope the game doesn't involve in just whoever's got the ball trying to go. You want to still work your offense around. Now, if you've got a wide open lane, yeah, go. But you want to work your offense, get everybody else involved, give everybody else an opportunity.
And he's 2 for 2. Well, they're still pressing.
Yeah, putting a little man pressure on them. They haven't run their half-court trap.
Here, one of the coaches for MacArthur yell across court, "Don't foul."
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the whole thing. You don't want to foul. You want that clock to keep running. Work your defense hard. Try not to make the defensive mistakes. And be there and limit their shots.
And here we go again where they're pulling it out. How close does that defender have to be before the official starts counting?
I want to say 6, but I think it's a little closer than that. And it's a judgment. If he's close enough to be closely guarded, he may be more like 3 feet. And you'll see him, he'll use one hand. If he's dribbling, if he picks it up, he'll go to the other hand to start a new count. So you could basically get 4 seconds dribbling. You pick it up. Now you got 5 seconds to get rid of it.
Walker goes baseline and misses. Johnson over the back of the defender, and that'll be a foul against Robert.
So basically, you could have 13 seconds closely guarded. If I caught the ball and you're closely guarding me, he's going to count 4. If I put it on the floor before 5, I get a fresh 5 count. If I pick it up before 4, now I get a 5-second count. So you get 13 seconds there before I have to get the call. And you'll see him change hands. Right hand, then he pick it up, now he goes to the left hand to start that next count.
Taylor will go to the free throw line. He was fouled by Johnson. The Lions in the bonus for the remainder of the 4th period.
They've got to capitalize when they get some free throws.
Ball stolen away. Wolford in the corner. Bounces around. Johnson's there. Has some spring in his step. And now let's see if MacArthur does the same thing again.
Good job. Got the ball down the court quickly and then pulled it back out. Good recovery.
Yep, as Oriano lost his footing. See the ref right there in the middle of your screen with the count.
When he holds his hands out like that, he's saying you're not close enough. It's off.
The buffer. It's a buffer.
Now he's counting.
Johnson. No look over to Seals. Oriano and a no look pass, and Seals wasn't ready for it. Webster had a nice little pass inside, and Seals wasn't expecting that.
A no look by the passer and a no look by the catcher.
Watch this right here. He's going to go to his left, no, to his right, and Seals is like, ooh.
He got to watch. Oh, this is a nice little move.
Yeah, he was a spectator. Well, that happens.
That's what happens sometimes. You start watching somebody that's a good ball player, making a good move, and he may hit you in the face with the ball.
All right, Christian Wolford back to the free throw line. Missed the front end of that after hitting 3 in a row earlier. And we're closing in on 2 minutes of the 4th quarter. Oriano again will pull this back. And stolen. Strickland gets that one to fall.
Strickland just double teaming from the front. That's one you wouldn't expect the person to lose. Coming right at you and you see him.
Well, a nice strong move by Webster.
Nice little job getting to the hole.
That ball is kicked on. Yeah. No one called it. TJ rebounds.
Yes, they saw. Well, they got it back.
We're not going to slow it down. Next thing you know, you look up on the clock, and we're at a $1.50 left in this one. Webster goes for 3. Strickland loses control. Webster back to Oriano. MacArthur starters on the bench. You see him there just in the background. Long shot for 3 is missed. Wolford comes right back. We're under a minute to go. Wolford, a little dip-de-doo. Rebound by McGinnis. And he goes the distance. McGinnis with 2 points.
I think they were wanting him to score.
They were. They were wanting him to get on the board.
Yeah.
3-pointer by Wolford. A little too late.
I think Wolford heard you a while ago, so he hadn't scored very much. He's been trying like crazy.
He has. Cardinals looking for their first district title since the 03-04 season, and they're in really good shape. Prompted to win yet another, undefeated in 2015. 5 fouls now.
Yeah, Mac's in good position right now. They just have to take care of their business the rest of the way, not relax. It'd be nice to run the district, undefeated.
Yeah, run the table, especially for seeding in postseason.
Mm-hmm.
Paul misses that one.
But they're going to have some tough games coming up. And again, hopefully playing most of them at home, they'll have an advantage.
And hopefully Jones and Hawley will be there.
Yeah,
that's a real full complement of players to see just how good of a team they can be.
Yeah, hopefully they'll be able to come back in the next few ball games and make a difference. When you add that more size inside and strength, it can really change your outlook of the team.
Ball thrown away with under 10 seconds to go. We'll talk to head coach Toby Martin after the ball game and wrap things up and get his thoughts on what happened today. King just blocked that one.
Saying, little man, you don't belong in there.
Nope. The shot at the buzzer. Thompson. And that's it. MacArthur 69-40 winners over R.L. Turner. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us. MacArthur wins 69-40 tonight to improve to 8-0 in district play. And Coach Martin with us now. And your thoughts on the performance overall?
I was pleased with the performance. Like I said, we were playing against ourselves a lot of the time. We had goals that we established before the game, and I know that the first time it was a similar score, but I feel like we played a lot better this time.
Do you?
So, yeah, I think we had opportunities to score, but we worked on some of the things that we need to work on, like our spread game and, protecting the ball there with some time left on the clock. So I feel good about the win.
The kids look pretty relaxed, I think, tonight coming out. They look, didn't have a lot of pressure on them, it didn't seem like.
Mm-hmm. Well, it helps having TJ back. I mean, you saw in the first quarter, he made his presence known, and he went up and snagged a good offensive rebound and got a putback, I believe, and or kept a possession alive. And that's what we were missing on Friday night. We didn't have guys that could get in there and actually battle in the paint and go get us a board early on. And once he established that, and our guys feed off that. Our guys feed off positive. We got a 5-second count again early in the game, and that, it becomes a competition. I want to be the next guy to get that kind of call. So
you had guys coming off the bench contributing tonight. Robert Johnson had a good game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was very proud of Trey. He's coming along. He's one of those sophomores that just continues to progress every day in practice. When we got him, he couldn't shoot more than a layup. He couldn't shoot outside the paint, and he knocked down some important free throws there in the third, and his jump shot is progressing every day. So it's good to see him in a live-action game so we can see exactly how he looks against someone other than our guys.
You look pretty laid back tonight. No suit. Didn't see you yelling a lot at the players. Just kind of taking it easy tonight, right?
I wouldn't say taking it easy. I was pretty stressed out about it a little bit because we were a little shy of one of our goals. And if you ask any of my players, they're most afraid when I'm smiling. So when I'm yelling at them, they know, okay, these are things that we can correct and whatnot. But when I'm smiling and I'm just like, okay, we'll see, then they're kind of like, oh. So you notice they were kind of hanging on to the ball. We had a score in mind, and they were trying to achieve that, which I was kind of proud of them for doing that because they took it upon themselves of, hey, we're gonna work on some stuff, and that's always good when a team understands they have a way to go.
Coach, what do you think you need to work on for the rest of the season?
We got to knock down free throws more consistently when the pressure's on. I mean, it's easy to knock down free throws when you're up by 30, but we've got to be able to knock down pressure free throws. We've had a couple of games this year where it's come back to bite us in tight situations. It's like, their shot, maybe their form is a little tighter, their release is a little, more tight. They shoot on a rope a little bit. And you saw that maybe in the first quarter with some guys that normally knock them down at the end, not knocking them down early. So we've got to work on free throws. We've got to become a better rebounding team. And I'd still like to see us keep our points in the paint limited.
All right, well, you got some big ones coming down the stretch, but you'll be at home, so best of luck to you.
I appreciate it. Thank you,
All
sir.
right, Coach. Coach Martin and the MacArthur Cardinals, who had a big win tonight, 69-40 over R.L. Turner. The halftime or second half highlights in this ball game, it just showed you he talked about having to have his kids play hard and the intensity. There's Booker there and the fast break. Booker with the dish off. Johnson inside and gave it to Strange, who got a couple of points there. And also just the fast break. Bush holding off and getting a couple of points. And Oriano with a nice little feed. And they were just patient inside in the baseline. Johnson, we talked about Johnson, who had a really good game for MacArthur in the second half. There's the scoring. Chris Thompson had 17 for the Lions. Strickland had 10. Wolford, Ralston, and Medina rounding out the scoring. The top scorers for MacArthur, Bush had 13. Johnson we talked about with 10. Webster, Belcher each with 8 apiece. TJ with 6 points, and you see the rest of the team there contributing in this ball game. Final thoughts, Coach, on tonight's game?
Well, it's a good win for MacArthur. Any win's a good win, and it got them a chance to play all their players quite a bit. And like Coach said, they got to work on a few things, and that's what you have to accomplish. He's looking forward to the second half of the district, knowing he's going to have some tough ball games, but they're at home. If you can get the kids to relax a little bit more, like I said, work on those free throws and hit them, just a few things that they're going to settle into, and it's going to be a competitive second half of the district. Looking forward to it.
Yep, I am too. I hope they get their big guys back and really see what kind of team these guys have down the stretch. They're perfect so far, 8-0 in district play. Well, that's going to wrap things up as the MacArthur Cardinals win this one tonight, 69-40 for Coach G.W. Milton and the entire ICTN crew. Rob Willman with you, bidding you a pleasant good evening.
Irving Game of the Week has been brought to you in part by Gerald Stavely Dry Cleaning.
How are you? I thought I saw you, so I was going to say hi.